It's still turning there. Hello, Julie.
Hi, Tina. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Yeah. How are you feeling
Oh
after
my God.
the hoopla of the election?
Yes, yes. Went
Mm,
exactly how I wanted it to go. And not as much protesting like we were talking about. There's a real sense of calm right now. Everybody's breathing, and everyone is exhausted from this election, of course, worldwide. So
yeah.
breathing and just taking a break, no matter what your stance is, because it's been a long haul. So, but we are done. We have this. So it's we're celebrating here, and the stock
Yeah.
market is going way up today in the U.S. So
Oh,
we're
wow.
the Palella household is very happy today. Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. Yeah. Well, I'm sure a lot of people are like, there's probably, um, well, I feel a collective sense of relief. Like everyone's
Right.
just able to like breathe again, you know?
Right. Right.
Yeah. And it's like, okay, whether or not you like Biden or agree with his politics, I want to say there's probably a general consensus like, okay, we're in good hands now. Like there's some
Yeah.
safety, having him
I've been hearing
around.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Like the world has taken a collective sigh, and
yeah,
at least we have an answer. There were so many unknowns, but look at the people that showed up to vote. Look at the people that had their voice heard. It was
yeah.
historical, the people that showed up.
That's amazing.
So,
Yeah,
oh, it
that's
was
good.
amazing. It
That's
felt
good.
so good that people are not going to be complacent on either side. You know what I mean? They're going to have their voice heard, and it was heard loud and clear.
Yeah, yeah,
So, yeah.
yeah. That's good. That's good.
So, yes, this
Yeah,
has
excellent.
passed, right? Done.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Right? No more conversations about the president of the United States. Let's have a boring 4 years, right?
Yeah, yeah,
And just
yeah,
pure recovery now. Now we need to really roll up our sleeves and get to work, though. You can't just be complacent either. We need to rest,
yeah.
of course. But in this election days, in these post-election days, 125 to 30,000 Americans have got COVID, and they're out celebrating, and they literally risk their lives to have their voice heard and to
Mm,
vote for. So democracy is alive and well, and that's what warms my heart, because it is we the people, and we risked our lives to say that.
right.
So please, let's find a fast you know, uh, cure for this virus very, very
Hmm.
quickly, because people are really hurting right now. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I just want to add too, I think too with this virus, like I'm not denying like the medical side of it, but I also like, hope this is something where people get proactive with, okay, let's eat better.
Yeah.
Um,
Take care of ourselves.
yeah, like it's like, okay, and then
Mm-hmm.
also take care of, do some sort of, physical activity. It doesn't have to feel like or be an exercise. It can be as simple as, okay, I'm going to start going for a walk more often,
That's
or I'm going
right.
to go for a bike ride, or I'm going to put some music on and dance in the living room with the kids. Like it doesn't have
Right.
to be a regime or program, right? And then also look
That's right.
after our mental health and soul
Mm-hmm.
health too, right? So,
And how important it is to be mentally sound and feeling safe and secure, and how far you can go when you do have that feeling, because
right.
that's everything. You've
Yeah.
got to feel, yeah, safe in order to make a
Yeah.
difference. So now we can
Yeah.
start making a difference. Now we can show, now the world can show, because the world did take a collective sigh of relief just to be on the same page, because we were arguing too much about politics in general, who the presidency of the United States should not have overshadowed the seriousness of COVID. So now we can get down to the science of it. You know what I mean? And really have this
Right.
this momentum get going fast. Yeah. Yeah. And that will
Right.
be an
Yeah.
amazing thing to watch. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So we'll see how Biden does, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, all is
Yeah.
well either way. It didn't matter who was going to win. It didn't matter.
Hmm.
It's the momentum of feeling better, hope, giving a spark of hope that things can change. So no matter what side you're on, you know, it can change, and it does.
Yeah.
It always changes. Change is the only constant, you know. So you just can't stop it. But yeah,
That's
yeah.
right.
So it'll
That's
be
right.
fine.
Yeah. Yeah. So for those that are
Yes.
tuning live, this is our
Yes.
show where we're going to do free mini psychic readings. So
Yes.
Julie is, I'm going to say you're an expert in the tarot.
Oh my
You're really
God.
you're
That
really well versed in the tarot, like, and you have, you know, a unique
that's amazing,
take, like
Tina.
what
Thank
you
you for
pick up
saying
on. Yeah,
that.
no, I feel you do, you know, it's justified. And then I'll call myself, I'm an expert in
You are an expert.
numerology.
You are. I
And
tell everybody this. You are. Yes.
yeah, so those are the two main tools we're going to use, but also to, like, we incorporate our intuition. So
Feelings, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
so for those who would like to ask a question, if you would rather also to, we ask you limit to one question, just because we don't know how many people will come into the chat room, and we want to try to get to as many as possible. And if you have
Yes.
more than one question, this is where we just recommend, well, you may want to book a personal private reading with one of us. And if the other thing too is, if you'd rather have, like, oh, I just want Julie to answer this, that's fine. Like, my feelings won't be hurt. You know, direct it at Julie. If you want both of us, we'll do both. If you don't say either or, we'll both pitch in. Okay.
Yes.
So yeah, so we
Right?
have some. We already have some. So I'm going to. I
Wow.
remember. I'm
Good.
going to
Oh, I'm so
show.
excited to do this. Yes.
So
I love
so
doing
he.
these. These are fun.
Yeah. Wow, this is quite the general question. Afternoon,
Okay.
do you see any changes in my future? This is from Maria.
Maria. Hi, Maria.
So for those that where I'm going to be addressing, I would like to know your date of birth, if that's possible. And if you can write out the month, like, don't put it in number form, but, like, you know, in word form. So, like, if you're October, don't put the 10th month, put October for me, because the way that we look at numbers in sequence is different, I believe, from our countries. So I always get it like, okay, are you
So what do
putting
you
the
mean
month
though?
first? So because you know how
Oh, I see.
certain forms, when you fill out, like, they go, you know, month,
Month,
day, year,
day,
or
or
is it
day,
day,
month. Yeah,
month,
yeah.
year, right? So yeah.
Yes, right. I see what you're
Okay.
saying.
Oh, Maria, November 3rd. Happy belated
Oh,
birthday.
happy birthday, Maria.
Yeah.
Yes.
So thank you for that.
Changes anyway. Yeah.
Oh, November 3rd. So day after mine.
Oh my God, look at that.
Yeah.
It's a birthday month.
9. Okay.
Let's see,
So do you want me to
Maria.
go
Maria.
first? Because I already
Well,
figured
sure.
her.
I've
Yeah.
been shuffling, so we'll see what pops out. But yeah, you go.
Okay. So Maria, you're in a number 9-year cycle, and that started in September for you. So from September of this year until next August, you're in number 9-year cycle. And that's the last year cycles, because cycles, they start at number 1 and they go up to number 9, and then we begin a whole new
Yes.
set. So the number 9 year is, I mean, it's challenging because we're dealing more with endings, with closure, completion, than new beginnings.
Yeah.
And the way you can tell if something in your life is a new beginning is it doesn't go anywhere. It's almost like it doesn't pick up any kind of momentum. It feels like it's stuck. There's no movement to it, whether it involves another person or if it's just yourself, you know. So there's a lot of, I want to say in a 9-year, a lot of times there's reflection, like you're reflecting, and it's like you're looking back on your life, and it's because it's more about the past than, you know, moving forward or thinking ahead of time, even though you think like, okay, I want to look ahead. I want to think about what's next for me. I want to look into the future. And that was her question. And it's almost like, well, the 9 it's a healing year. So it's about whatever comes up that bothers you. It's like sad. It just brings up an emotion that's, you know, doesn't feel pleasant, or, you know, one of those unpleasant emotions. It's because that's the universe telling you it's time to heal that, like to reflect upon it. It's like, what was the wisdom in that? So it's like, what did
Right.
you learn? Like, what are the things you can learn from that? And it's like,
Yeah.
you heal it and try to let it go.
That's
So I
right.
feel,
Right.
yeah. And then if she wants
Right.
something specific, like, I just feel like it's interesting. I smell paint with you, Maria, but like house
Paint?
paint,
Is that what you said?
paint.
Paint. Oh, paint. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like paint, but like not painting a
Ooh.
picture, like more like painting walls or,
Yeah.
like
Kind of
renovation
remodel.
paint.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I can
Yeah.
really smell that with her.
Hmm.
I feel like
Interesting.
it's a year for her finishing projects and almost like, okay, I also want to say like she's trying to get things in order or in place
Yeah.
for that, which, yeah, like she's
Yeah.
trying to get things just so, first before going forward. That's how I want to go. So I just feel
Right.
like it's a year of finishing up, and the like that paint, I'm wondering, yeah, like is she's going to be repainting a room or doing some sort of,
Yeah.
redecorating or renovation in the
Oh,
home.
it's so
Okay, you
interesting
go
what you're
ahead. You're
saying as
ready?
the cards come out. No, it's really interesting because as you're talking, I'm shuffling, okay, and I'm just seeing what pops out because I get jumpers sometimes. Sometimes,
Yeah,
most of the time, I get jumpers. So everything that you start saying, it always starts showing in the cards.
yeah,
Exactly what you're saying. It's always amazing to me. It's amazing to me. So the first card, the first thing you started talking about was that it was 9 year for her, and about endings and completions and learning the lessons that you needed to learn in that cycle too. It's an end of a cycle, really, and the beliefs that you've cemented into your tower, which was the first card that pulled out for Maria, was the tower. So current energy
oh
is the tower. Yeah, the tower card, which is the energy of November, which is the energy of the collective right now. So it's
yeah,
very fitting that this would pull in. But talk about big
right.
changes. This is a major arcana card, and this signifies obviously a huge shift in your belief system. Your foundations are crumbling. Your your beliefs you believe to be true in your life kind of crumbled apart, are about to, if that's what's happening. But it's a shift of perspective of your beliefs, and that's what the tower signifies. So that kind of goes in with that 9 energy, right?
Mhm.
A
Yeah,
completion of a cycle where you had built beliefs in that cycle,
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's funny when that card
So
came up. Yeah,
what's breaking? Yeah.
go ahead. No, go ahead. Sorry.
What were you gonna say
Go
about
ahead.
it?
Oh, I was just going to
Oh,
say when I saw it,
so
I
I
feel,
was wondering what no, say
go
it.
ahead. Okay. We never do
Please
this.
say it.
Okay. So I was just going to say
I
it feels
never.
like there's
That's
going to
why it needs to
be,
be said.
yeah, I feel like there's a couple, like one or two relationships that are coming to an end in her life with that tower.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like, a couple of people are leaving her and she's going to be quite upset or
Right.
it's going to hit her hard. And
Well, she
yeah.
is. She's going to be surprised about that because they're transforming. There are energies around her that are going through
Hmm.
their own personal transformations. See the butterflies up there and how they're
Yeah,
literally transforming the strike of lightning there. So that
right.
makes sense.
Right.
So
Yeah.
people are
Okay.
surprising her. People around her are really surprising her right now. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And which kind of goes into the next energy, because why is that happening for her? The devil popped right out on me immediately. So it is a
Yeah.
shift of her beliefs, what has bound her to these beliefs,
Yeah.
and that really plays in well to the tower card, honestly, because it's a total change in your perspective. Something big kind of change in your perspective is certainly headed to you, Maria, and it's coming
Hmm.
in very, very quickly, because I wanted to know a time frame on that. She asked about the future, and so how long is this change of perspective going to take for her? Not long at all. 8 is all about movement, and this is coming at her very, very quickly, or she's walking away from something very, very quickly, right?
Hmm. Right.
What's that leading to? What's the final outcome of this big, revelation that Maria is about to have? is the Ace of Wands, which is complete inspired action. An idea, a thought inspired by the higher powers that be is working with her for this very, very important idea. You know, you can see that a new beginning for sure. It's an ace, but a very, very valid, hot, fiery, passionate idea that's going to come in very quickly. Yeah, that's the cards for her.
Very nice. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, very nice. And and it's funny because with the devil, I would akin that like in number wise, like with the number 9 energy, like facing fears. So like she's got to overcome some fears and it doesn't mean like, you know, afraid of the dark kind of thing. It's just like internal fears that she has to, you know, overcome. Right. Yeah. And it's like, you know, she's got to, it's like you're clearing out the old, this cycle.
Yeah.
Maria, like, to make room for the new. That's how this year is. So I hope that helps.
Yes, I hope so. Good luck to you. It's all going to be beautiful.
Yeah. So we have another one, new, Kathy. Hi, Kathy.
Hi, Kathy. Welcome.
So, so she's wondering if her backup plan is a good choice. I'm having second guesses. My future feels completely lost. Oh, and she says, so happy for our friends in the States. Oh, that's very sweet. Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Did you see those memes going around Facebook with all the Canadian emotional friends? I shared you, but I don't know why it doesn't show that on my wall.
Yeah, I've seen it. And and a few other people I know shared that too. Like, you know, I thought that was cute.
You pulled through for us. You really did. The moral support from you was so felt here. I have to say thank you on behalf of the Americans. Yes.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. So Kathy.
So yes.
Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
Let me start shuffling, and you start doing your number thing. Let's see what pops out.
Okay. So Kathy, I'm not surprised you have a backup plan because she's a number 4 soul, and 4 souls like to be prepared. They're prepared for everything, and that gives them comfort. So it's like they like to be prepared for anything and prepared for the future because they're always thinking ahead. So you're always thinking ahead. And and it's almost like if you don't feel secure or safe, that rattles your world. So it's like you always need to know that you're safe and secure. So Kathy, you're a number 8 year. And in relation to your question, backup plan is a good choice. I'm having second guesses.
Well, the Chariot just jumped out for me.
I want to say, like, you know, the cycle that you're in, Kathy, the number 8 energy is like, I tell clients, you go for it. This is the year for you to shine and to show what you're made of. And it's supposed to be a year where you accomplish things, and you know, it's almost like all that hard work pays off in some manner, depending how much effort you put into it in the past. Okay. I feel like, you know, your question, I want to say like, yes, it's a good choice. Because for you, it's like you always need it back, but it almost feels like you may not have to rely on it. The backup plan maybe feels more like it's a sense of security for you. I want to go like you have to, like you're building your confidence right now. It's almost like you have to feel more confident, building your confidence. So that's where, you know, you're being pushed or triggered this year. It's like, you know, what you're here to, what you're learning this cycle is your confidence levels. Like, you know, how good do you feel about your future? How good do you feel about yourself, your capabilities? Because it's almost like, you know, you're put on the line, or people are noticing what you're made of or what you're doing. And it's like, be persistent. Don't give up so easily this year. I keep hearing yes around that.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Your turn.
For sure. Yeah. So what I pulled up in it is my backup plan a good choice? Your backup plan is an excellent choice. The first thing that pulled out for me was the Chariot. So that just showed me the Chariot has the ability to merge opposing energies, is the beauty of the Chariot. So it takes these two energies and it merges the two to propel itself forward. So I like that about the Chariot. So you're trying to merge these opposing energies that you have. You have this belief that it might not work out. You know, you've built this belief that it might not work out. So that showed up in the next two cards that came out with was the Four of Cups, you know, which is kind of pondering, complacency, you know, that four energy, holding on to something too tightly a little bit, the fours. And that came up with the Six of Cups. So for me, you're using your past experiences to judge your future experience. And it's never a good idea to do that because you've tried things before and they failed. You know, we've all failed. We've all tried things and failed. But don't let plan B distract you from plan A is what I want to say here, because all of those failures taught you something. You're not going to do it the same way again. So your mind is so much in the past and how it used to be and how you failed and you tried this, but it didn't work. And you tried that and it didn't work, you know, so I'm not going to do that again. But there were pieces in those failures that you needed to learn to make it work, you know, for once and for all, just to make it freaking work, you know. So you're gathering all those experiences. And so you start merging those two opposing, I can do it and I shouldn't do it. You know, you start merging those energies to propel you forward very quickly. And this is a big karmic change for you anyway. So the world came up next as what are you propelling so quickly forward toward? And that's just kind of a whole karmic shift for you and your beliefs. So that's where I kind of came into thinking, don't let plan B distract you from plan A. Maybe your backup plan is plan A. You know what I mean? Maybe you just didn't look at it that way because you're standing on the precipice of a huge change for yourself here. And it's a positive change because the Empress came up next. And that's the final outcome. So you're birthing a brand new idea with this backup plan that is the plan. You know, that is the plan, is the backup plan.
Right.
So
stop
questioning it, you know, stop using your past to gauge your future.
Yeah.
That's what the cards are saying.
Yeah. And Kathy, you know, by her numbers too, it's like she's the type of person she likes to know. She doesn't like any kind of surprises. She likes to know what's coming her way, what is what, like, you know, and it's like, you know,
too.
She's got to see it before she believes it, right? And it's
proof.
Almost like the cycle she's in right now. It's like, okay, you've got the skills, you've got the tools. Now you have to have the confidence and be persistent. Like I keep just getting with her, like her theme this year is like, show what you're made of. Maybe it doesn't have to necessarily be for those around you, but more for yourself because you've got it, right? You've got it.
Absolutely.
So you need more confidence
through this because you've got this. Oh, yeah. That's it. Because I'm the same way. I need to know. I'm on a need to know basis.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, there's my dogs. I hope you don't hear them.
No, I haven't. So we have another new viewer. Hello, Christina Alvarez.
Hey, hi,
welcome.
Christina. Oh, thank you. Yes.
So she's got an interesting question.
Yes.
Hello, new viewer. Yeah, we know you. Thank you. I'd like to know if I will find out I'm pregnant before the year ends. So obviously you must be trying.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah, so she did share her birthday.
Okay. Oh, I'm curious what the numbers say about it.
Oh, so she's September 22nd. Oh, and she wrote down her. So she's in a number 8-year cycle too.
Is she? So quick movement, yeah.
9. It's 9. Wow. Oh, I almost want to say to Christina, she doesn't have an easy path this lifetime. Like she has to really work hard for what she wants in life.
Yeah.
And things don't come easily to her. And I feel like she's on a path this lifetime where she deals with like rebuilding. I keep getting that with her. It's almost like she has to like when she feels like she's on top of the world, something knocks her down. It's like she's got to start
Yeah.
again, like rebuild, like climb her way up again or out of it.
Yeah, I know that feeling. Yes.
I mean, I don't know. I can't say for sure if she's going to find out if she's pregnant. Like it feels kind of like she really, really wants this. Like this is really like almost like a desperation. Like this is really important to have a baby.
Yeah.
It's funny because when I focus on pregnancy, it's like I see a tiny baby. So I'm just wondering if, like this means, you know, I don't know if she's had miscarriages before, like, you know, she, like the baby, you know what I mean? Like, it's almost like I see to a certain point and then she loses the baby, like miscarries.
Yeah.
Because I just feel like she's got to be careful with pregnancy. So I don't know if this is something where she needs to be on bed rest or take extra care of her health or take it easy when she does become pregnant.
Right.
I see the number 6. So I'm almost wanting to, and June comes up, and June is the 6th month of the year. So let's see if she does. Yeah, so that means if she is pregnant, she's pregnant now, and then the baby would come in June. Does that work out right? I think it does.
May, June, July, and August. August, I think it would be.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
I was never very good at math. Right.
I see tiny. So yeah, you go ahead. What do you see with the cards? What do you see?
So I just want to say I think I got an answer with it, but the first things that pulled up for me I thought was very interesting was Justice and the Eight of Swords. But if you see, there's 2 women here, and they're each looking down at themselves or judging themselves. You know what I mean? One is keeping herself in just these mental chains of what should be and what could be and what, you know what I mean? Like expectations is what I'm seeing here. Expectations of what you should be doing, where the time frame, maybe you're feeling like your clock is ticking, you know, you're feeling those mental naggings that we all get. You know, I went through such hard times trying to get pregnant. I had so many miscarriages. I lost both of my tubes in ectopic pregnancies. You know, I'd had a really horrible time, and we have our daughter Rosalind, thank God. But I know that mental struggle that women do, you know, and the pressure we put on ourselves to meet a certain time frame like that. Like, am I going to be pregnant by the end of the year? You're going to be. The next card that she pulled up was the wishes, the 9, though. A 9, you know, is an end of a cycle. So hopefully it's just the end of you just putting all of your focus on that and who you are and being that as a mom, you know what I mean? And preparing yourself to be a good mom, and patience is part of that, you know what I mean? And knowing when the time is right, and your body will know when the time is right, and just relax with yourself, relax with the pressures that you're putting on yourself, you know?
Yeah, because I feel that with her. It's almost like she's all wound up. Like if let's say if she had, like, let's say if pregnancy for her represented twine, that's how I want to go with it. It's like it's all wound up inside of her, and it's almost like, okay, she needs to like just relax. And like not think about it, not worry about it. And it's almost like it's almost like, okay, just
it's all those are in your mind. Those restrictions of your time frame are literally imposed by you. The universe has such a broader perspective of you and the mom that you are and the beautiful child you're going to bring into this world. You know what I mean? And the universe doesn't count months, you know. It's going to all work out for you beautifully, you know.
And it's funny because in an 8-year cycle too, it's a lot of it has to do with divine timing, and that's where the persistence, that's why I say like in an 8-year, like you have to be persistent, because you know, we don't always get it on the first try, maybe not the 10th try. It might take 100 times.
Right.
So it's almost
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
like
And what are the lessons in it? We're always needing to elevate our thought process, our beliefs in reaching our higher good, So I beat myself up so much. I took it so personally. I took it as an affront from God himself that I couldn't have babies. Do you not think I'm a good mom? But when I focused on Rosalind and the gift of life and what she meant to me, and I wouldn't change it now for the world. I really wouldn't. I'm almost 55, and I wouldn't. I really don't even regret the pain I went through over that, because it taught me to be easier on myself. Not everything is my fault.
yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah. So I hope that helps.
Yes.
I hope that helps, Christina.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're going
Okay.
to be
So
a
we're going to
wonderful mom. Wonderful.
Cheryl, do you see me moving in the near future? Cheryl, when's your date of birth, if that's okay? If you're wanting me to address that with numerology. So just wait for Cheryl.
Yes.
I don't.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for watching. Yeah.
Yes.
It's interesting. I don't know if I feel like Cheryl wants to, when it comes to moving, it has to do with retiring. Like she wants to move somewhere where it's easy and not a lot of work, and she doesn't have to worry about working so much. And I don't know how old you are, Cheryl. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I get to, like, she wants a warmer climate. Okay, thanks, Cheryl. So she did share her date of birth.
She wants a warmer climate. Just not Arizona's climate. Maybe Florida for the weather.
I don't see her
getting hit with a hurricane. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, like, I see, like, I hear a different language. So, and it's not, like, English is not the first language there. So I don't know if she's interested in like Mexico or even further south, but that's the region I want to go to. Like I keep hearing like part of a villa. So, but if it's not Mexico, like it could be like somewhere in, like, I don't know, if like Costa Rica or Belize, like that, like, because it feels like that kind of vibe, that kind of language is what I hear. Oh my gosh. So Cheryl, you're in a number 3 year. And a 3 year, it's like you want like an easy life. Like usually in that cycle, it's like you want things to be easy. You want things to come easily to you. You're learning to go with the flow of life. And, it's interesting because it's hard to make decisions. It's hard to stick with a decision or stick with a plan. So it's almost like, you have to take things day by day and at even moment by moment. That's probably why I got sun, because the 3 likes to be in the sun and it's attracted, the sun is part of the number 3 energy. It's like, if anything, it feels like, I don't know if you'll be able to move this year, but it feels like you need a getaway. Like it's like going somewhere like, okay, can I afford, because there's something about affording, can I afford to stay here for like a couple of months or so? Like almost getting like a vibe or a sense, like would I want to make it here? And I keep getting south with her, like she wants to just go somewhere completely different. I don't know if that's true or not. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe. What do you,
So mine is interesting too, because I do see her moving in the very near future. I got the first card that came out was the Hanged Man. So again, I think this just goes back to the collective shifting their perspective lately. You know what I mean? Like, that the Hanged Man hung himself upside down for 7 days purely for the reason for having a different perspective and looking at life differently. So so I thought that was, well, is that a shift in just her perspective? You know what I mean? Is Cheryl just going to have a transformation, a shift, a personal shift? But then the next card I got proved that no, that's not it. The next card was the Eight of Wands, which made me laugh with the sun, burst here in the back. But Eight of Wands is very, very fast movement, inspired movement too, as well. So this is definitely a move card. There's no other way to look at that card, really. And what would that lead to her? What would that mean to her, a move, wherever that would be? I just was curious about that. And I thought that was great. The Hierophant pulled up. So obviously a path to your higher self and your higher good. And it's a great move for you. So this is, an elevation. So yeah. So good for you.
So Cheryl, for her, like, because I addressed, I saw her going south. She means just selling my house and moving in the same town.
Oh, well, then that's I absolutely see that.
But I'm still going to stick with my message because there's a pull for her going somewhere warmer. Yeah.
Maybe things change.
And
things change very quickly.
Yeah. And I keep hearing villa, and it's like I see the sun in the building, and I see a townhouse with her. So I don't know if that could, so I don't know if that means like in her town.
Maybe it has stairs.
But I see a townhouse style home with her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's fun,
okay. So maybe I'm addressing something way down the road. Who knows? Yeah. I'm going to stick with what I see. Yeah. I call it as I see it. Okay. Right. So we'll go. Hope that helps, Cheryl.
Yeah.
Julie's answers was more like local. Mine was more
right.
Yeah, more bigger.
An upgrade, though. You're upgrading regardless. Even if you're upgrading your idea about moving, you know what I mean? It's an upgrade. So it's good.
Okay. So we have another brand new viewer. Thank you.
Oh,
and welcome,
wow.
Samantha Catherine. So hello, have never seen you live before. Well, that's great. I'm glad you're here. Would love some guidance on where to go next with my life. Feeling so very stuck and have so much going on. My biggest question right now, I think, would be north or south. It sounds very basic, but that's the easiest way I can even put it into words right now.
Yeah.
So yeah. Oh, and I have to find
how most people are.
Yeah. So I'm just going to hide it because it covers our faces. And I'm just going to scroll down to see. Oh, she did share her date of birth. Okay. So Samantha is June 16th.
Right now would be north or south.
Yeah.
June 16th. So Cancer. Are you a Cancer?
Gemini. No, she's a Gemini.
Gemini?
Yeah.
Okay. Gemini. North or south? Let's see. Let's see what the cards have to say. North or south? Samantha, let's see. Ooh,
oh my God, she's
out. Yeah.
She's in an 8-year too.
Oh wow, that's why all of these major life changing. Yeah.
So 8 years.
So what are you seeing? I'm seeing.
You go first on this.
I'm seeing the struggle. I'm seeing the struggle. I'm seeing the questioning, north or south. What do I do? I'm seeing the. You see the thought process here.
Yeah.
There's decision making time here, and some things. I like this card because it's when pigs fly. You know what I mean? There's the pig flying in the background, but so I see the decision. I see the struggle. And then with the justice, you're obviously looking for the balance. You're looking for maybe not north or south, maybe you're just looking for some kind of balance. And that's what's needed here. So that's what popped up as I'm pulling cards, because the last one that pulled up was Temperance. which is allow some of the higher guidance to come in. The Temperance has St. Michael's, wings behind him. The wings of spirit are guiding you, and they're always with you. They always have your back. And balance, it feels like, is needed here more than anything, Tina. It's not a very good answer, but
Yeah.
keep pulling.
And I don't think she's going to like my answer either, because I keep hearing stay put for a while.
Stay put.
Yeah. So when I try to clue in, when it's someone, especially if it's a direction, right? So with her, so I usually get a compass. That's what I get as a visual for me. And the compass, the needle is like just going round and round. It's not landing anywhere. So for me, that means like the timing, if it has to do with her moving, like if she's, that's what I'm wondering, like the way she worded her question, like north or south. I'm wondering if it's about a location or like, even if it's like maybe moving in a different direction in her life. I just feel like staying put for now. It feels like there's some detail she's got to work out. And it's almost like she's got to find, I keep getting like, there's something too about money. Like she wants to save more money, or she needs to save more money, or there's not enough. Like there's something about money that plays into this for her.
Well, I'm seeing there's some healing that needs to be done as well. The Star is the last card I pulled. What will help us make this decision? And the Star is all about healing and intuition, but healing most of all, taking healing and integrating it into your life so that you can make decisions on a better balanced ideas. So when you're struggling to find that answer, north or south, I think that's what keeps sticking Tina and I. It's the north or south question. Part of me wants to say go west.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Well, and it's say nothing makes sense right now, honestly. And you know what? So if I were to say, like, I don't know how long that's been for her. So that's part of the energies for November, because one of the message that came through for the collective is like the answers don't always make sense in the beginning if we're looking for answers this month.
Right.
So it's almost like I feel like for her, like this is your time now to figure things out. Like what holds value for you? And it's like, and then money comes into it. So it's almost like money's concern. So it's like, okay, it has to be worth the money, or you don't have enough money to make these big changes or to do what you want to do. So it's almost, it's like you got to work things out. It's like, okay, what do you got to put into place? And it's almost like, okay, I feel like you got to start setting money aside, or start saving, or start. Yeah, that's how I want to go with it. Yeah.
Well, and she's just, this justice is really speaking more and more to me about finding that balance first too, because you need to be prepared for money too. Like you need to be prepared. Like you hear those things of people win the lottery and then they lose it all within a month or two. You know what I mean? Because they're not prepared for that kind of success in their lives. You know what I mean? So they don't know how to manage it. Yeah. So you're struggling. I could clearly see that you're struggling. And I do this obviously with every decision. I go right to the destination, and we just have to keep reminding ourselves that it is about the journey. It's what are you learning? And what do you need to learn here, But the final outcome I just wanted to see was the 9 of Pentacles, which is money, and that's a real high, knowing what you want, knowing that money is yours to pick off that tree. It's not going to be given to you. It's not, you know what I mean? It's hard work. It really is, but you're doing the work. You're doing the work by questioning, by questioning it. So,
yeah. So she says it is a moving question, but there's so much more to it.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. So it just feels like you got to work out the details. You got to work, like I keep getting like work and figuring out the details. And so it feels like it's not as easy as just packing up my stuff and moving my belongings to this location. It feels like there's more to it. So it almost like, okay, am I going to like the area? What does the area have to offer and like work? So it must involve work, career too. It's like got to be worthwhile. That's what I get. It's like you're scared to make any big moves because this would be a big move. And it's
Yeah.
interesting because all of a sudden it's like I hear north. So it's like when all is said and done, there's, if you are going to move, I'm going to get more north than south for you.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I was thinking north because of the star. I was thinking the North Star
oh
because that
yeah,
star is so bright in the sky on that star
right,
card. So I was thinking north too
right.
for that reason. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So I hope that helps, Samantha. So it just feels like maybe once you start working on the details or working like, what's the value, like, and it's no matter what, like if it's all at the end of the day, if it's all worth it to make those, moves or make those changes,
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
you start doing it. You
Yeah.
start making plans and details. Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm
What is the
just
value of
scrolling.
this? That's a great
Yeah.
question for sure. Yeah.
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 Okay. So
Sometimes
let's
it costs too
see.
much,
Yeah. Okay, so here's another one. So Michelle. Hi, Michelle.
Hi, Michelle.
Yeah. So hi to both of you. Do you see any career job changes for me in the near future? Okay.
Michelle.
And she shared her birthday. So Michelle's December 15th.
Ooh, coming up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Career and job.
4, 5. Yeah. Um, okay. No wonder.
What you
You
seeing?
want to go first? Or so she's in a,
Well, I
yeah,
had
you go first.
one
Yeah.
card pop out. I only had one card pop out. It's the World card. It's a
Oh,
complete karmic cycle change. And absolutely, I see change in your future. So what that change is, I don't know. But yes is the answer. To a quick answer is yes, I see change. So what are you seeing?
so she's in a 4 cycle. So she just changed cycles in October. So it's like she's in this vibe of, okay, now it's time to get serious about my life.
Right.
It's almost like I feel like she's like, okay,
Yeah.
when you ask a kid, what do you want to be when you grow up? I feel that's what she's going through right now, and that's what her year is going to be about. It's like, what do I want to be when I grow up? So I
Right.
keep getting this is a year for her where she's growing up. She's growing.
Right. Yeah.
I I keep getting like she's stuck, like she's in a rut, and she's noticing that more and more. And it's almost like if you are working right now, I don't know if you have a job right now, Michelle, but if you are, it's almost like dreading, or it's like, you're not enjoying it anymore. And it's like you want to do something like an overhaul, like completely different. And I
Right.
almost want to say the thing is with the 4 year, it's got this energy of staying put though. It doesn't like change. It doesn't like to shake the boat or,
Right.
create any problems or trouble. So I feel
Yeah.
like in a sense it might be where I want to say do your research, because I feel like you might have to go to school or maybe take a course or look into a lesson plan. Like there might be something, and it could even be, let's say, signing up for something like, okay, to find out what your next career would be. It could be something like that. It doesn't necessarily have to be a course, right?
Right.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah. The
yeah,
cards showed more of that for sure. Yeah.
yeah. Like I just feel like I almost want to say to like keep your day job if you're applying for others. And
Yeah.
I just feel like the job market around you, like it's a tough go this year. It's a tough, like, trying to figure it out. And um, yeah, like I just feel like staying put.
Yeah.
And I keep getting too, it's like you got to save your pennies or save your money. There's something about saving. So um,
Hmm.
yeah. And I don't know if she's gonna, yeah, let's see if she wrote anything. Do you have more to add?
I do. Yes.
Okay. Yes, go ahead.
You
You go
ready for
ahead.
me?
Yeah.
So the next card, so after the world, so what is causing this kind of shift in your perspective? The world is an end of when the world comes up, it's an end of a karmic cycle that you've just completed, and you've learned some lessons, some valuable lessons in that cycle. But the next card to pull up was the Eight of Pentacles, which is absolutely the work card, the the career card. But it looks to me like if you're a little overwhelmed right now, you have a lot of choices maybe to make right now. I don't know if that's between workplaces or if you're looking, like Tina said, I don't know. But if you are at work, you're very busy there. You multitask. You're very, very good at multitasking. And maybe that's the lesson that you had to learn how to do was multitask. I feel like that's the case, that you had to really learn how to multitask. And you really had to go introspective to find these skills that you have to bring to the workplace. So you kind of had this shift of perspective of what you bring to the workplace, which is fantastic. You know, everybody brings value for sure. And you've gone inside to see what that value is. What am I worth? You know, how it's so disgusting that people put a worth on on you like that. Like you'll make
Yeah.
this much an hour is what you're worth. You know, you're
Yeah.
priceless, in what you can
Yeah.
do. But,
Yeah.
and,
And it's,
yeah.
mhm. Yeah, go ahead.
And the end result, I thought this was great too, is the Six of Pentacles. And this is, reciprocity with money too. It's been out of balance for sure. You've been giving more than you give, or, sometimes it goes vice versa. You get complacent at work and it's out of balance. You know what I mean? So balance is coming back in with the money, with the finances. Balance is on its way back to you. So that's good,
Yeah.
no matter what. Yeah.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
Yeah. No, so I was just going to say, yeah. So I keep getting with Michelle, like saving her money, like she wants to save money, or she's in a mood she'd rather save than spend.
Yeah.
I also taste food, and it's like I can see her chopping up things, and it's like I see things bubbling on the
Huh.
stove. So I don't know if like part
Yeah.
of it has
I
to
see
do
that
with
too. Yeah.
like,
Well, I
she's
saw her
wanting,
sitting at a restaurant, right? Doesn't she look like she's sitting? I thought that
yeah.
very same thing. Like she had all these plates around her. I was thinking that very thing. Isn't that
Yeah.
funny? Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
but
sorry.
it's interesting because it's like I don't see her like in a traditional sense, like going and working in a restaurant or being a chef. That I
Right.
don't. It's
Yeah.
almost like
Right.
she's cooking at home, and
Creative.
it's like I see her packaging. So I don't know if you have an
Yeah.
idea of like, or maybe I'll cook for others who can't cook or don't want to cook, and I charge them so
Yeah.
much, like
Yeah.
kind of
Right.
like Meals on Wheels, but it's not for charity so
Yeah.
much, maybe like a business.
Maybe.
Yeah. So it's almost like you're going to make plans, and it feels like you'd rather, if you're going to do something, you'd rather work part-time. And it's like, I have a
Yeah.
plan. It's like my plan is I only work so many days a week or so many hours, and like that kind of thing. So
Yeah. This one takes up too much time for her. Yeah.
yeah,
Whatever her
I
focus is on right now. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, it just feels like this coming year, Michelle, like with your current job, like I don't see you leaving it. It's like they would have to kick you out. Like you'd have to have a good
Yeah.
reason
Right.
you're not working for them. So it's either like they give you a package, or they lay you
Yeah.
off, like something, but
Yeah.
it's like you're not ready to leave, right? Like it just feels like, no, maybe one more year or so much, or so many months first, because it feels like you're wanting to save money or have so much saved up before you make a big move, or yeah, bold move. So
Yeah. Right.
hope that helped, Michelle. Hope that helped.
Yes. Good
Okay.
luck, Michelle. It's going to all
Yeah.
be great. Yeah.
Yeah. So we have Arlene. Very
Hi,
general
Arlene.
question.
Okay.
Very short and sweet. What is next for me?
Okay.
Very,
I love it.
and Arlene's
I love it.
birthday is April 5th. So she's an
April 5th.
Aries.
That's close to my Rosie. Yeah, she's an Aries. I love
Yeah.
Aries.
So
You
let's
know what you
see.
want, You just do.
Oh, for a year. April, so February. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So Arlene, are you wanting to go first or?
Sure, I could go first.
Okay. Okay.
All right. The first card I pulled is the Eight of Cups. And I love this card. She has literally walked away from everything that she's built, everything she thought was real and for her. And she's just turned around and she's walked away from it. And she's on to something new. So you're going to be walking away from something, you know, whatever that is. The next, what are you walking to? And again, another eight, an Eight of Wands. So that's very quick movement, very fast movement. So you're walking away from something and towards something, you know, very, very quickly. And then what is it going to mean for you? What is that? What is this move away from whatever that is going to mean for you? And the moon came out. Now, the moon's a major arcana. It's the discovery, it's clarification. Things have been hidden from you. Things have been unknown to you for a long time with this moon card coming out like this, especially after showing how quick you're going to be moving away from things. This is going to be some huge discoveries for you. So some big, big truths are going to be revealed to you. But it's all good truths. You're going to really find your center with the Queen of Pentacles. You're financially sound. You're mental, right. She's got the earth in her hands at this point. You know, she's holding a tangible truth for herself, and she's all knowing of who she is. You know, you're going to really, really understand who you are here. So this is a great thing to see for what's coming up for you. So that's what I'm seeing in the cards. What do her numbers have to say? Anything close to that? It's interesting how the two eights pulled up immediately for movement.
Yeah. So I want to say, so yeah, so you're in the last part of your, Arlene's in a number 4 year.
Okay.
And so I keep, yeah, so I feel like she's just been biding her time.
Yeah.
I'm just, you know, and she, and like the energy of time keeps up with her. So it's like, now what do I want to do with my time? Or I've been wasting time. Time keeps up. What do I want to do next with my time? So I feel like she's going into her next stage of life. And it's like she's bursting, like she's just bursting at the seams. She's ready to jump out and like, you know, she's ready like to go out again. But it's almost like, but I'm biding my time, or I'm waiting for the right time. Like time keeps coming up around this. And it's like, maybe when she tries to take a step out, it's like, you know, something comes in and like, no, we you know, reel it in, like, whoa. Like, whoa. Because I keep also getting, like I get an image of horses too with Arlene. So I feel that's probably part of her totem. And it's like she's holding the reins, and it's like she's not ready to let go of them yet. So it's like she's not ready to be wild and free. So I feel like she's kind of like maybe preparing. It's because it's like she just wants to break free. And I feel that'll align more next year, like come next spring. Yeah. And I want to say, like, for Arlene, like I'm getting like by the fall of next year, like I keep getting like you're going to be a totally different person. Like, and it doesn't necessarily mean like you change your appearance, but it's like your inner you, like how you live your life, how you go about life, what you share, what you do, right? Yeah, like I just keep getting like she's ready to break free, but it's almost like the timing of it hasn't worked in her favor. It's not yet. Color.
But when it comes, it's going to come very, very quickly. Yeah. And when she walks away from this, from holding on to the familiar, we all do this, right? It's familiar to you. Who wants to walk away into the unknown like that? It's so freaking scary, but it's it's inevitable. Yeah. So
it's like she's making all these big plans. It's like, you know, okay, I want to, like, you know, color, like I feel like she wants to try new things and daring. It's like she's daring herself. Okay, I'm going to, you know, I want to do this, and it could be like kind of dangerous or, you know, exciting. And yet the timing of it hasn't occurred. So let's say so some of the reason could be COVID, right? Because some things have changed
Right.
or been canceled or delayed because of COVID. So that could be one reason. But it feels like
Yeah.
next year is where you're going to break out of the mold and be more daring and do things that are daring. And it just feels like freedom. It's like she wants to break free and have movement.
Yeah.
It's like she wants to come and go as
Oh,
she
yeah.
pleases, right? That's what I get. So
Yeah.
it's more about she wants to enjoy life. Like she wants to have fun, and things have been so serious and like the
Mhm.
same old. And it's like, okay, that's what I get with Arlene. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I hope that helps.
I can totally see that. Yes, I
Yeah.
hope so.
Yeah. So I'm just
Yes.
scrolling down. Yeah.
You will
Yeah.
absolutely be a different person, Arlene. You will. This is going to change you forever. Honestly, you're ready to walk away
Yeah.
from the old, and you're going to be content and knowing who you are, really knowing who you are. So it's going to be beautiful.
It's interesting because I get like nurture energy with
Yeah,
Arlene.
that's a
So it
very
doesn't,
nurturing card.
so
Yeah.
and volunteering. So there's something about volunteering and nurturing are in the same sentence. So it's almost like you want to, I don't know, you might sign up for a program or volunteer for
Yeah.
something that takes you halfway around the world. And it's like to nurture an idea or nurture
Yeah.
the community or the people there. Like I just
Well,
feel like,
she's saying that her husband's been injured. So yeah, she's been nurturing. Her husband, it looks
oh,
like, has
okay.
been going
Oh,
through
okay.
something. So that's where that's coming in from. And that's
Yeah.
exactly who she is, right? A nurturer.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's going to help anybody through everything. And that's who she
Yeah,
is.
yeah. I
Yeah.
feel like, yeah.
Yeah.
So hang in there, Arlene. It's like the
Yeah.
timing of it is
It's
there's a reason why
coming.
you have to stay
It's
put. It's
coming.
coming. All the changes are
It
coming
is.
next spring. So do you want to do one
Yes.
more? It would be our last one. Okay.
Sure.
So
Yes. Let's do one
Stacy,
more.
she didn't ask a question. She just gave her date of birth. So
Oh, good. Well, maybe that's just for you then. You read, Stacy. The numbers will tell.
so Stacy, yeah, I don't know if she's still listening. Thanks for being patient. You're the last one. And
Yes. Thank
Stacy
you.
is November
Thank you so much for
27th,
watching.
1980, 10, 18, 19.
Oh, birthday coming up,
Yeah,
Stacy. Happy birthday. All these Scorpios. Are you a Scorpio too?
yeah.
Maybe not. Maybe it goes into the next.
No,
Oh, is she?
he's a Sagittarius. Yeah, because that's at
Sagittarius.
the time. Mhm.
Oh.
Um, I just want to, I'm just figuring out what cycle you are in. Like I'm doing your numbers. That's why I'm quiet. 4, 5, 6.
Oh, you have such an adorable picture, Stacy. I
Ooh,
love it. Is that a dog I see in there? A little doggy.
yeah, could be. Yeah, it's a nice tree.
Adorable.
Okay.
Right. Look how beautiful that looks, like a tree of life.
Yeah. I So Stacy, I'm going to focus more on your cycle, just talk a little bit. So you're in a number 6 year now. So that started in September for you and it'll go until next August. So I feel like career and home will be front and center. I also keep hearing family. So family, like ding dong, like they're, so I feel like your family is going to be calling on you more than usual. And at times it's going to drive you up the wall. So,
Uh-oh.
so it's, and that's part of the energy because 6 is about family. And yeah, so whether we like it or not, like they're in our business more often than not.
Yes.
I also get like you want to get healthier this year. So it feels like you want to, you have the intention like, I want to exercise more, I want to eat better, I want to feel better. And it's like you have target areas. So it's almost like I see you like, holding onto your lower abdomen. It's like, I want to get rid of this and I want like toner arms and it's like you're wanting to feel and look better. I also hear, I don't know if it hasn't happened already, I keep hearing a haircut. So it's like, oh, I want a new haircut. A new haircut's coming your way, new hairstyle. And it feels
Ooh.
like and it feels like, she's going to go shorter.
Huh.
Be very, very, very careful of your diet. And I don't mean like diet, like, going on a diet to lose weight. I feel like the foods that you eat, because I feel like your stomach is more sensitive than usual. And I want to get with you, like, be very vigilant, like with reading the dates. So make sure you read and look at the dates on food items to make sure you're not buying something that's expired or close to, or if you grab it from, let's say, your fridge, smell it too, because I'm getting like, there's a chance of like food poisoning or like like diarrhea, like that kind of thing. So very
Yeah.
sensitive with foods. I also too,
Be
I
careful.
keep hearing like, yeah. And then one last thing I want to say for you, Stacey, is like, I keep hearing making. So there's something about like, yeah, making, like you could be making more stuff, or you're into making stuff. And
Ooh.
it's not like I get anything specific. Like it just feels it feels different. So I don't want to go with food so much, but it's like, making, yeah, just making. So I'm wondering if you're going to get into like crafty stuff, like, and you're going to be making more crafty stuff, or you're like,
Oh,
oh, I'm
fun.
going to make more
Yeah.
decorations. Like there's something about making comes up around Stacey. Yeah. And that's
Oh,
what I
that's
get.
fun.
I hope,
Something creative. Some creative
yeah.
outlet.
So just shared what I thought was important. I hope that helps you, Stacey, for the coming year. Yeah.
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 And
And I
thank
think,
you. Thank you.
I'm just scrolling. So I guess, yeah. So I guess that'll be it. We didn't do too bad. We only went
Okay.
over a few,
Oh.
like 6-7 minutes.
Oh,
That's pretty good.
not bad.
Yeah. Not bad.
That's very
Not
good.
bad.
Well,
Yeah.
so fun. Thank you, everyone who watched. Like, this is so fun. So I really
Yeah.
appreciate it
Yeah.
too.
We love
Right,
doing
Tina?
this. Yeah, we do.
Yes.
We
Yes.
do. Yeah, we do. So thank you,
All right.
everyone that joined the conversation, and those who asked a question, because I feel that's a brave thing to do. It's not easy,
Scary. It's scary to
right?
do that. I
Because
know.
yeah,
Yes. Thank you.
yeah, because you're hearing, yeah, and
Right.
it's
Yeah, because you don't know what we're going to say and it's live and yeah.
yeah, and sometimes it can be really
But
personal,
I
and it's like,
appreciate it.
okay, like I'm sharing a personal part of my
Yeah.
history or my life with a bunch of strangers, So that means a
Yeah,
lot to
right?
us. Hmm.
Well, it does
Yeah,
because we need to make these kind of things like a community thing so we can really talk about it because we all go through these same moments together. We're all that way. No one's, no one is having an easier time than the other or a harder time than the other. And that's something to
yeah,
remember. We're here to help
yeah,
each other. So if we can share
yeah.
how we did that, it's always
Yeah,
helpful.
exactly. Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
so thank you. And
Yes.
I didn't go through all the comments, but Julie and I just scrolling, like a lot of positive comments. So we appreciate that
Yeah.
feedback.
Thanks.
And if you enjoyed getting these mini readings or hearing about them, if whether you were picked or not, we are available if you want to reach out and book a reading. So Julie does the tarot cards, as you could see earlier in the show, and her email scrolling at the bottom if you'd like to get in contact with her and make arrangements for a tarot card reading. And then for me, there's my email if anyone wants to reach out and book a session with me.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And how fun would it be to get your 2021 cycle? No matter when your birthday is, I think that's so fun to get because you can kind of see where the numbers are leading you anyway in the cycle, and that's so important
Mm-hmm.
for everyone. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
And I find it's amazing. Like I've been doing numerology for over 30 years, and I'm still blown away by it. Like
right.
amazed, and
I
that's
know.
great, right? Like it's like, oh, I just
Yeah,
love how it
never lose the
aligns.
wonder.
Yeah, I love how it
Yeah,
aligns. Yeah, and then
me too.
finally,
Yes.
Finally, you can follow, like, subscribe, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. So if you missed any information, just send a message on one of those platforms, and we'd be happy to, share any information you're looking for. And then
Yeah.
finally,
Yeah. Fun.
yeah. Oh, so thank you, ladies, for all the beautiful comments you left. Very
Yes, I'm going to go
heartwarming.
through and read them
Yeah,
after this. I love doing that. Yes, yes.
yeah,
Thank you
yeah.
all
So thanks
so,
for
so
joining.
much.
Yeah, and yeah, we like to do this type of show at least once a month, every month. So yeah. So thank you, everyone.
Yeah.
And I guess with that, we're going to end the broadcast and have a wonderful rest of your day, everyone.
Yes. Thank you,
Okay.
Tina.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. Thanks, Julie. Take care. Bye.
Okay. You too. Bye. Bye.
Bye.